Family's supposed to have your back, right, not mine. The Millers went above and beyond. They faked a DNA test, told me I wasn't their real son, and tossed me aside like yesterday's trash. My own sister wanted to lock me away in a mental hospital. You're such a freak, why don't you just disappear already? And Emily, the fiancée I thought loved me. She stood by and made sure I suffered as much as possible inside. 5 years, that's how long it took for me to break. To finally learn my lesson and lose every bit of fight I had left. So why now, out of nowhere, do they want me back, acting like the spoiled brat I used to be? Ryan, what's with the attitude again? It's late, why aren't you home? Are you just trying to make us worry? Ashley's voice shrieked through the phone, full of forced concern. After 5 years, the Millers finally arranged my release. But only because it's Brandon's birthday. Supposedly, Brandon's so forgiving, he'll let bygones be bygones. Dad took the phone, voice heavy. I know you're mad we put you in that hospital. But you brought it on yourself with how you treated Brandon. We did what was best for you. Ashley piped up. Exactly, you're out now, aren't you? What more do you want? They lectured me for half an hour, circling back to where I was. Where are you right now? We'll send a car. Just, please, don't wander off again. Okay, my voice was ragged when I finally spoke. The hospital, I'd been here all day, just waiting. There was a beat of stunned silence on the other end, and then, yelling. At the hospital, what? You can't get home on your own. You want us to come get you? Stop with the games. And the kicker, are you still holding a grudge? I knew this would happen, we should have just left you there. They seemed to forget, they had told me to wait here in the first place. I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Miller, Ashley, didn't mean to. The apology slipped out before I could stop it. Silence, maybe because I'd called them all by name, or maybe they were surprised I wasn't pushing back. 5 years ago, we were inseparable. If not for that DNA test, I never would have believed I wasn't really their son, not when I looked so much like both of them. Whatever, Dad grunted. Ashley, he'll pick you up. I stayed at the curb, teeth chattering, letting the night air and hunger gnaw at me. A cabbie pulled over, need a ride? I shook my head, somebody's coming. Cab after cab passed by. Still, no one showed. By the time the hospital lights dimmed and it was past closing. Not even a text had come through. A security guard came by, frowning. You've been here all day. Kid, your folks aren't coming. I'm about to lock up. It's not safe for you out here. I just smiled and shrugged. I'd waited 5 years, what's another night? He sighed, handed me a sandwich and some water, and even stuck around to keep me company. Thanks, man, I said, devouring the sandwich. Honestly, best birthday I'd had in 5 years. No Miller car ever showed. The security guard wound up giving me a ride. I got back to their fancy house well after midnight. My phone, nothing but blank silence. From the driveway, I could see the place alive with bright lights and happy noise. I didn't ask questions. I probably would have waited all night if the maid hadn't let me in. Ashley spotted me first. What happened to you? You look terrible, you're filthy. Mom's voice wavered. Ryan, have you lost a lot of weight? 5 years ago, I was solid now. I probably didn't weigh more than 110 soaking wet. Dad looked almost sympathetic and told the housekeeper to make something for me. We were going to pick you up, but Brandon wasn't feeling well. Classic, their idea of making it right. Ignore me, then offer a small treat like it erases the pain. Used to work, not anymore. I opened my mouth, but Ashley cut me off. Don't buy into his sad sack act. He's pretending so you'll feel sorry for him and let him stay. Mom pulled me aside, putting on her gentle face. We still haven't found your real parents, so you can live here. You can call me Mom, the way you used to. It's alright, Mrs. Miller. Thank you for letting me stay. I kept my tone polite, almost formal, shoving an emotional distance between us that hadn't been there before. Mom teared up. She'd lost her oldest son. The kid she remembered was gone. Instead, here was a stranger too polite to belong. Brandon stiffened when he saw me, like he'd seen a ghost. Eventually, he handed out his hand. Ryan, let's shake on it. I just stood there, stunned. We were never close. Why the handshake? Flashback, 5 years earlier. New college, same old me, cocky, bold, obsessed with my fiancée Emily. As the Miller's only son, I thought nothing could touch me. Brandon rubbed me the wrong way, always close to Emily, always so damn perfect. Even Ashley took his side. Brandon got bullied at school, people blamed me, even after he jumped off a building survived, but left a note blaming me for everything. Overnight, I lost everything, Emily, my family, my identity, they found out. Supposedly, I wasn't a real Miller, Brandon was. I never even learned who my birth parents were. The family I'd loved for 2 decades sent me to a psych ward. It was worse than prison. Back in the present, I said, I don't want trouble, everything's in the past. Brandon, if you promise not to upset Mom and Dad, I can treat you like a brother. People fawned over him, Dad included. That's the spirit. If you behave, you'll always be our son. Ashley sneered. I'm only giving you another shot for Brandon's sake. You'd better appreciate everything he's done for you. If you go after him again, I'll make you regret it. 5 years ago, I would have protested, tried to clear my name. Now, what's the point? I'm sorry, I just came to get my ID. I had nothing else to say. Their faces fell, like I'd spat in their faces. Is that all you ever think about? You're so petty. Maybe we should have left you in the hospital. Why can't you be more like Brandon? He's grateful for everything. Mom lost it. Why say such things? But, I'm not your real son, I said quietly, not understanding the scene. Wanting my ID wasn't weird, was it? Mom stared at me, like she didn't know who I was. Ashley just rolled her eyes. You got 20 years of Miller's money, food, and shelter. You think you're owed more? I just dropped my gaze. They resented me, rejected me, and yet, when I tried to leave, they still acted insulted. I stayed the night in their house, but my old bedroom wasn't mine anymore. Brandon had it. Now I got the maid's room, a place I'd never even been in as a kid. No complaint, I lay there, and even in a real bed, sleep was pure torture. Nightmares of the psych hospital, the guards, the screaming, the humiliation. 5 years of begging for help, 5 years of everyone I loved turning their back. I woke up in a cold sweat, shivering. I went to the kitchen for water, and spotted Ashley sneaking out. Helmet in hand. She hesitated, saw me, and stomped over. "Aren't you going to say something?" "Like what?" I said flatly. Ashley was the daredevil. Motorcycles, late nights, risky stunts. 5 years ago. I'd have barked at her, telling her over and over to be careful. She always hated it. "You're not my brother. Why do you care?" Brandon doesn't nag. But this time, I just let it go. She scowled. "Aren't you worried I'll get hurt speeding?" I shook my head. "Isn't that the thrill?" She shoved past, then spun back around. "So you're never going to get over it?" "We did what we had to do. Bullying Brandon, what choice did we have?" I just shrugged. "I'm not angry." "Really?" She huffed, furious, and stomped off. Seeing Emily again, I expected anger, tears, something. But all I felt was emptiness. She was next to Brandon, and when she looked at him, I saw a softness she'd never shown me. When she greeted me, her smile was strained. "Ryan, I saw you were out of clothes. I got you some, don't worry, they're barely worn. They'll do for now, right?" Brandon, ever the savior, handed me an armful of his almost new shirts. Eating up the attention, everyone watched. Old me would have died of shame. Now, nothing could compare to the hell I'd survived. I took the clothes. "Thank you, Brandon." I figured I could sell the clothes after I left. Even the maids exchanged glances and whispered. The Millers were clearly annoyed. Ashley's fake smile cracked. "Are you joking?" She snatched the clothes away, tossing them on the floor. "You're still a Miller. What are you doing wearing someone else's hand?" "Me downs."